With peace finally becoming possible, Alex and Vela spent more time helping both humans and Kiro understand each other. They organized joint training sessions, meetings, and shared meals. Slowly, warriors who had once been enemies began talking openly, sharing stories, and finding common ground. One evening, as everyone sat around a campfire, Kato shared stories of his family. "I have 2 young children," he explained warmly. "I want them to grow up without fear of war." "We all want that," Alex agreed strongly. "Peace means safety and happiness for our families." Vela listened quietly, her thoughts drifting to her own. Family! She missed them deeply, yet she hoped her actions could protect them and others from further suffering. Suddenly, a messenger rushed towards the gathering, breathless and worried. "General Emma needs you urgently," he said quickly, looking directly at Alex and Vela. They immediately followed him to Emma's command tent, sensing something serious had happened. Emma stood waiting, her face tense and concerned. "What's wrong?" Alex asked quickly. "Nero didn't give up," Emma explained grimly. "He's gathering warriors who still oppose peace. They're planning a final massive attack." "We can't let him destroy everything we've built," Vela stated firmly. "Exactly," Emma agreed. "We must prepare immediately." Over the next days, the camp prepared intensely. Humans and peaceful Kiro warriors trained together, forming new strategies to counter the upcoming attack. Alex and Vela led the preparations, encouraging unity and courage. Finally, the day came. Scouts reported that Nero's forces were approaching fast. The entire camp stood ready, determined to protect their newfound peace. The enemy attack began fiercely, with warriors charging forward. Aggressively, Alex and Vela fought at the front lines, their bravery inspiring those around them. Together, they defended their allies, their teamwork unmatched. In the heart of the battle, Nero appeared, fighting with wild rage. His strength was terrifying. As he broke through the defenders, heading directly for Alex and Vela. "We have to stop him," Alex shouted firmly. "Together," Vela responded strongly. They faced Nero, their movements perfectly coordinated. Despite his power, Nero struggled against their teamwork. Yet, his anger gave him dangerous strength, and the battle became intense and risky. "Give up, Nero," Vela urged clearly. "This fighting solves nothing. Never!" Nero roared furiously, his attacks growing wilder. Alex saw an opening and moved swiftly, knocking Nero's weapon away. Yet, Nero was quick and grabbed Alex, holding him tightly and threatening harm. "Let him go," Vela demanded sharply, her voice steady despite her fear. "You betrayed our people," Nero shouted harshly. "This human is your weakness." "No," Vela replied, strongly, stepping forward calmly. "Alex is my strength. He showed me peace is possible. Let him go." Nero hesitated, his eyes locked with Vela's. She saw deep pain and anger there, but beneath it was confusion and doubt. "Peace can heal our people," Vela continued softly, speaking directly to his doubts. "War only hurts us more." Slowly, Nero's grip on Alex loosened. Alex stepped away quickly, breathing deeply. Vela moved closer, her eyes gentle and understanding. "Choose." "Peace," she whispered clearly. Nero stared at her for a long moment. Finally, his shoulders slumped and his expression softened with defeat. "I don't know how," he admitted quietly. "We can show you," Alex offered calmly, stepping forward cautiously. Nero looked at them both, still uncertain but willing to listen. Around them, the battle slowed and stopped as warriors noticed the change. Many laid down their weapons, hopeful for an end to violence. "Can we truly live in peace?" Nero questioned doubtfully. "Yes," Vela assured him warmly, "but only if we all choose it." Slowly, Nero nodded, finally accepting their offer. He turned to his warriors, raising his voice. "Stop fighting," he commanded strongly. "We will try peace." His warriors paused, confused at first, but seeing Nero's sincere change, they obeyed. The fighting finally ended, replaced by cautious relief and quiet hope. In the aftermath, humans and Kiro warriors worked together to treat injuries and repair damage. Nero watched carefully, surprised by the cooperation and kindness around him. General Emma approached Alex and Vela, her face filled with gratitude. "You've done the impossible," she praised warmly. "This could mean lasting peace." "It's only the beginning," Alex replied thoughtfully. "But it's a strong beginning," Vela added with determination. Days later, a formal meeting was arranged, bringing together all leaders, both human and Kiro, to discuss a lasting peace treaty. Alex and Vela stood proudly, watching as warriors, who once fought fiercely against each other, now spoke calmly and respectfully. Nero, now humbled, stepped forward carefully. "I was wrong," he admitted honestly. "Peace is difficult but necessary. My people have suffered enough." General Emma nodded gently. "We've all suffered. Now we heal. Together." Agreement spread quickly through the gathering, smiles and relief appearing on faces once filled with fear and anger. A historic peace treaty was signed, marking a new era for both humans and Kiro. Afterward, Alex and Vela stood together quietly, watching everyone celebrate cautiously but joyfully. "We really did it," Alex whispered warmly. Vela nodded slowly, smiling softly. Together, their bond had not only changed their lives, but had also brought peace to two worlds. They knew challenges remained, but their trust and friendship had made the impossible possible. As the sun set, Alex and Vela felt deep peace and hope, knowing their journey had led to something truly remarkable, a chance for lasting harmony between their peoples. Days passed slowly after Alex left for Earth, and Princess Alina often found herself gazing out at the gardens, missing his comforting presence. Although she felt his absence deeply, she held tight to her promise, patiently waiting for his return. During this time, she dedicated herself to learning more about diplomacy and leadership. Her newfound confidence surprised everyone around her, especially her father. King Alden proudly watched his daughter become stronger and more outspoken one sunny afternoon. As Alina was reading peacefully in the palace library, Mia approached quietly, her expression gentle yet serious. "Princess," Mia said softly, "King Alden wishes to see you in his study." Alina nodded, closing her book and following Mia down the quiet hallways toward her father's study. As she entered the room, she saw the king speaking quietly with a serious looking. "Human diplomat, Alina, come in," King Alden invited warmly. "There is important news." Alina approached calmly, feeling a sense of unease but remaining composed. "What is it, father?" she asked softly. "There has been an incident on Earth," the king explained gently. "A group opposed to our alliance has caused some trouble. Alex was caught in the conflict." Alina felt her heart tighten with fear, her voice trembling slightly. "Is he all right?" The human diplomat spoke gently, his voice calm and reassuring. "Alex was injured, but is stable now. He acted bravely, helping protect others from harm." Relief mixed with worry flooded Alina's heart. She wanted desperately to be by Alex's side, to offer him comfort and support. "Father, I must go to Earth," Alina said softly, surprising herself and everyone else with her boldness. "Alex needs me, and I want to be there for him." King Alden looked at her seriously, understanding her feelings but concerned for her safety. "Alina, Earth is unfamiliar and can be dangerous right now." "Are you certain?" "Yes, father," Alina answered firmly. "I am stronger now, thanks to Alex, and I must be there with him." After a thoughtful pause, King Alden finally nodded. "Very well, my daughter. If this is truly your wish, I will arrange safe passage." Preparations began immediately. Alina felt nervous, yet determined as she boarded the spaceship for her journey to Earth. Mia accompanied her, providing comfort and support. The journey seemed long, and Alina spent much of the time thinking about Alex, hoping he was safe and recovering well. When they finally arrived on Earth, Alina was amazed by the new sights and sounds around her. Everything was different, but fascinating. They were greeted warmly by human officials, who quickly guided them to the medical facility where Alex was being cared for. Alina's heart raced nervously as they approached his room, and she took a deep breath before entering quietly. Alex lay resting in a comfortable bed, looking pale but peaceful. When he heard Alina enter, his eyes slowly opened, surprise and happiness shining brightly in them. "Alina," he whispered softly, his voice weak yet full of warmth. "You came." "Of course I came," she replied gently, moving closer to sit beside. I promised to be with you, and I will always keep my promises." He smiled weakly, reaching out slowly to hold her hand. "Your presence means more to me than you know." Alina held his hand gently, feeling relieved to be near him again. "You were very brave, Alex," she said softly, her voice full of pride and admiration. Alex smiled gently, his eyes warm and grateful. "I only did what was necessary to protect others. Knowing you were safe gave me strength." Over the next few days, Alina stayed constantly by Alex's side, caring for him gently as he regained his strength. They spent hours quietly talking, sharing stories and dreams for the future. Alina felt herself growing closer to Alex with every passing moment, their bond deepening with each shared experience. One peaceful evening, as they sat together quietly, Alex spoke softly. "Alina, your courage in coming here amazes me. You have grown so much since we met." "You helped me find my courage," she replied softly, her eyes filled with gentle sincerity. "Your kindness and strength inspired me." Alex squeezed her hand gently. "I have realized something very important during this time," he said seriously. "I cannot imagine my life without you, Alina." Alina's heart felt warm and joyful at his words. She looked into his eyes deeply, feeling her love for him grow even stronger. "I feel the same, Alex," she whispered softly, her voice gentle, but certain. "When we return to Aloria, will you do me the honor of becoming my wife?" Alex asked tenderly, his eyes hopeful and loving. Alina felt her heart fill completely with happiness. "Yes, Alex," she answered without hesitation. "Nothing would make me happier." They embraced gently, feeling peace and love surround them. Their decision brought new joy and excitement for the future they would build together. Soon, Alex recovered fully, and the time came to return to Eloria. The journey back felt shorter and happier, filled with dreams and plans for their wedding. When they arrived home, King Alden and the people of Eloria warmly welcomed them. King Alden smiled warmly, pride evident in his voice as he spoke to his daughter. "You have become stronger and wiser, Alina. I am proud of you and the choices you have made." The days leading to the wedding were filled with joyful preparations. Alina felt calm and happy, surrounded by support and love. She had overcome her shyness and found her voice. Guided by her love for Alex. On their wedding day, Alina wore a beautiful gown, simple yet elegant, her gentle beauty shining brightly. Alex stood by her side, calm and confident, his eyes full of love and happiness. Together, they promised to support and care for each other always, uniting their hearts and worlds forever. As they celebrated, Alina felt deeply grateful for the journey that had brought them together, from shy, reserved princess to confident, loving partner. As the evening ended, they stood quietly together, looking up at the stars. Alina whispered softly, "Thank you, Alex, for giving me courage and love." "And thank you, Alina," Alex replied warmly, holding her close. "You have given me everything I ever needed." They stood quietly together, hearts full of love, ready to face the future. Hand in hand. Days turned into weeks, and Princess Alina patiently awaited Alex's return, finding comfort in her memories of their time together. She filled her days with responsibilities, becoming more confident and assertive in her royal duties. Everyone around her noticed the change and admired her growing strength. One peaceful afternoon, as Alina strolled through the gardens, she noticed a familiar figure approaching. Her heart leaped with joy when she recognized Alex, smiling warmly. As he walked towards her, "Alex!" she called softly, quickening her pace to meet him. He opened his arms wide, pulling her gently into a comforting embrace. "Alina, I've missed you so much," he said softly, his voice filled with genuine warmth. "I've missed you too," she whispered, feeling safe and content in his arms. "How was your journey?" "Challenging," Alex admitted honestly, stepping back slightly to look into her eyes. "But knowing I would return to you made it all worthwhile." They walked slowly through the gardens, hand in hand, sharing stories about their time apart. Alina listened intently as Alex described his experiences on Earth, the challenges he faced, and the happiness he felt upon returning to her, Alina. Alex said thoughtfully after a while, "There is something I must tell you." She looked at him, sensing his seriousness. "What is it, Alex?" "The situation on Earth is still tense," he explained gently. "Our alliance is strong, but some oppose our unity. My superiors believe I should return to help maintain peace." Alina felt her heart tighten, understanding the importance of his words but saddened by the thought of being apart again. "I understand," she said softly, her voice gentle yet strong. "Your duties are important." Alex paused, looking deeply into her eyes. "Alina, I want you to come with me this time. Together, we can show the strength of our bond and inspire others to believe in unity." Surprise and excitement filled her heart at his words. She had never considered leaving Eloria before, but the thought of being with Alex gave her courage. "Do you truly believe it will help?" she asked earnestly. "I believe our presence together can show both our worlds the true meaning of unity," Alex said sincerely, his eyes warm and encouraging. After careful thought, Alina smiled softly, nodding. "With determination. Then I will come with you, Alex. Together we will face whatever challenges arise." Preparations for their journey began swiftly. King Alden fully supported their decision, proud of his daughter's bravery and dedication. Before leaving, he spoke privately with Alina, expressing his love and pride. "You have become strong and wise, my daughter," he said warmly. "Your courage will guide you, and your love for Alex will strengthen you." The journey to Earth felt both exciting and daunting. Alina stayed close to Alex, drawing comfort from his presence. When they finally arrived, she found Earth fascinating and vibrant. Despite the underlying tensions, they were warmly welcomed by many who supported the alliance. Meetings and events filled their days, and Alina spoke bravely and openly, inspiring those around her. Her gentle yet firm words helped ease tensions, bringing hope and understanding. One evening, after a successful gathering, Alex and Alina walked together through a peaceful park under Earth's starry sky. Alex paused, turning to her with a gentle, serious expression. "Alina, you have shown incredible courage," he said softly. "Being here with you fills me with pride and happiness." Alina smiled warmly, her heart full of love. "Being with you has given me the strength to speak openly and bravely. I am happy we are together." "Then perhaps you will consider one more thing," Alex said gently, taking her hands tenderly. "Will you marry me, Alina?" Alina's eyes widened in surprise, then softened with deep affection. "Yes, Alex," she whispered without hesitation. "I will be honored to become your wife." Alex smiled with joy, gently embracing her under the bright stars. Their hearts felt united, filled with happiness and hope for the future. Word quickly spread of their engagement, bringing joy and renewed hope for unity between Earth and Eloria. People from both worlds celebrated, inspired by their love. Encouraged as they returned to Eloria to prepare for their wedding, Alina felt deeply content. She had found her voice, overcome her shyness, and built a love that strengthened not only herself but two worlds. The preparations for their wedding began joyfully, filled with excitement and anticipation. Alina felt grateful for every step of the journey that had brought her to this moment. As their wedding day approached, she knew the future would hold challenges, but she felt ready to face them hand in hand with Alex, their love guiding and supporting them through everything that lay ahead. Princess Alina woke the next morning feeling refreshed and energized. She felt a new sense of bravery she had rarely experienced before. Remembering her conversation with Alex filled her with confidence, making the challenges of her day seem smaller. After breakfast, Alina decided to visit the palace library. It was a quiet place where she often found comfort. Today she had a new purpose. She wanted to learn more about Earth, hoping to understand Alex and his world better. Entering the library, she moved to a quiet corner and began reading books about Earth's customs, traditions, and daily life. Hours passed quickly as she discovered fascinating facts about human celebrations, food, music, and relationships. Her heart felt lighter with every new thing she learned, imagining Alex experiencing these traditions at home. Lost in her thoughts, she didn't notice Mia approaching softly. "You seem very interested, Princess," Mia said kindly, glancing at the books. Alina smiled softly, nodding. "I want to understand more about Earth." Mia gave her an understanding look. "This is about the young human soldier, isn't it?" Alina felt her cheeks warm. She nodded shyly. "Alex makes me feel brave, Mia. When we talk, I feel strong enough to speak openly." "That is good, Princess," Mia replied warmly. "Learning about each other's worlds brings peace and understanding." Alina smiled, feeling encouraged by Mia's words. They talked quietly for a while longer before Mia gently reminded her about the upcoming diplomatic banquet that evening. Dressed in a beautiful soft green gown, Alina felt nervous but excited. She entered the grand hall, filled with the gentle hum of conversations and soft music. Humans and Alorians mingled freely, creating a friendly atmosphere. Her eyes searched the room until she found Alex, who smiled warmly when he saw her. Alex moved towards her, looking handsome and confident in his formal uniform. "Good evening, Princess Alina," he said gently. "You look very lovely tonight." "Thank you, Alex," she replied softly, feeling her heart flutter. "I'm glad you are here." They sat together at a table, surrounded by friendly conversation. Throughout dinner, Alina noticed how attentive Alex was, asking thoughtful questions and listening carefully to others. It made her admire him even more. After the meal, music began to play, soft and inviting. Couples moved gracefully to the dance floor. Alex turned towards Alina, a gentle smile on his face. "Would you like to dance, Princess?" Feeling shy yet brave, she nodded. Alex gently took her hand, guiding her to the dance floor. As they danced slowly together, Alina felt warmth and joy. "I've read about Earth today," she said softly. "Your traditions are very interesting." "I'm glad you think so," Alex replied warmly, his eyes gentle. "Perhaps one day I can show you Earth myself." "I would like that," Alina whispered sincerely. The evening passed quickly, filled with gentle conversations and quiet laughter. Alina felt more comfortable and confident around Alex than ever before. When the banquet ended, they walked together towards the gardens, enjoying the peaceful night. Suddenly, a loud commotion broke the quietness. Guards shouted in alarm, rushing towards them. Before Alina could react, Alex quickly stepped protectively in front of her, shielding her with his body. Moments later, an attacker appeared, aiming directly at Alina. "Stay behind me," Alex whispered urgently. The attacker lunged forward, but Alex swiftly fought him off, using his training to protect Alina. Within moments, more guards arrived, capturing the attacker. Shaken, Alina felt her heart race, but Alex's calm presence comforted her. "Are you all right?" he asked gently, turning to face her with concern in his eyes. "Yes," Alina whispered, her voice trembling slightly. "Thanks to you," Alex nodded gently, relief clear on his face. "I'm glad you're safe," he said sincerely. They stood silently for a moment, the reality of what had happened sinking in. King Alden approached quickly, looking worried but relieved to see his daughter safe. "Thank you, Alex," the king said, his voice deep with gratitude. "You protected my daughter bravely." "We are forever grateful," Alex bowed respectfully. "It was my honor, Your Majesty." King Alden nodded warmly. Princess, you should rest. Mia will accompany you. Alina nodded slowly, feeling emotionally drained but safe. Before leaving, she turned again to Alex. Thank you, she said softly, her eyes filled with gratitude and admiration. You're very welcome, he replied gently, his voice warm and comforting. Alina returned to her room, accompanied by Mia, who stayed close to comfort her. Once alone, Alina sat quietly by her window, her thoughts filled with Alex's brave actions. The feeling of protection and care he had shown her made her realize the depth of her feelings for him. Mia, Alina said softly after a long silence, I think I care for Alex more deeply than I understood. Mia smiled knowingly, her voice gentle and wise. The heart often knows these things before we do, Princess. Trust what you feel. Alina nodded quietly, feeling warmth spread inside her. The realization filled her with a quiet joy, chasing away fear and doubt. That night, she lay awake for a long time, thinking deeply about her feelings for Alex and the courage he inspired in her. Her shy nature had kept her quiet and reserved for most of her life, but now she felt ready to open her heart. Finally, as sleep gently overtook her, Alina decided firmly that tomorrow she would find Alex and speak openly. She would share her feelings, trusting in his gentle and understanding nature. It was a brave step, but she felt ready, knowing her heart was guiding her toward happiness. The next day came bright and clear, with warm sunlight spilling through the palace windows. Princess Alina woke early, feeling a mixture of excitement and nervousness. She dressed in another simple yet beautiful gown, this one soft lavender, and went directly to her favorite window. Her eyes searched the gardens immediately, looking for any sign of Alex doubt at first. She saw only gardeners tending to the colorful plants and guards slowly walking their rounds. But soon, her heart jumped slightly when she noticed a group of humans gathering near a large fountain. Alex stood among them, quietly speaking with a few others. Even from this distance, Alina could see his kind smile and the gentle way he spoke. Watched for a while, then forced herself away from the window. Today there would be another diplomatic gathering, a tour of the palace gardens. She knew she would have to attend, and perhaps there would be a chance to talk to Alex again. Just thinking about it made her heart beat a little faster. Princess, are you ready? Mia asked gently, entering the room with a warm smile. Yes, Mia, Alina answered softly, giving her servant and friend a shy smile. Maya helped her fix her hair neatly, placing a delicate flower from the gardens in her dark hair. Then they walked together down to the palace gardens, where everyone was waiting. As Alina stepped into the gardens, she saw her father, King Alden, speaking warmly with the human delegates. Alex was nearby, quietly observing everything. Her heart raced slightly as their eyes briefly met. He gave her a small, friendly smile, and she felt encouraged. Welcome, everyone, King Alden announced in his strong yet gentle voice. Today we invite you to explore our gardens and enjoy the peace and beauty of Aloria. With the formal welcome finished, people began to walk slowly through the gardens. Alina stayed close to Mia, unsure of herself and feeling shy among so many people. She listened quietly as conversations floated around her, humans and Alorians speaking together openly and happily. Suddenly, Alex appeared beside her. Good morning, Princess Alina, he said softly, his voice calm and reassuring. Good morning, Alex, she replied, trying hard to hide her nervousness. Are you enjoying the gardens? Very much, he said sincerely, looking around with appreciation. They remind me of home in some ways, yet everything here is also new and beautiful. Alina smiled warmly, feeling encouraged by his words. I am glad you like them. I spend much time here myself. I notice, Alex said with a gentle smile. You always seem peaceful here. Alina felt her cheeks grow warm. I find it calming, she admitted quietly. When the palace feels overwhelming, the gardens give me comfort. Alex nodded understandingly. It's good to have such a place, he said softly. Back on Earth, I have a garden behind my home. It is smaller than this, but it brings me peace as Well, they continued walking slowly, side by side, talking quietly about their worlds. Alina found herself relaxing more and more, feeling comfortable in Alex's presence. His gentle manner and quiet strength made it easy for her to open up. She learned about his life on Earth, his family, and his reasons for joining the diplomatic mission. She listened carefully, fascinated by every detail. After some time, they came to a quiet corner of the gardens, away from the others. Alex paused, looking at Alina seriously. "Princess, may I speak openly?" he asked carefully. "Of course," she answered softly, looking up into his kind eyes. Alex took a gentle breath before speaking. "I wanted to thank you for your kindness yesterday. I know speaking openly does not always come easy for you, yet you made me feel very welcome." Alina felt a rush of warmth at his words. "You are very kind, Alex," she said quietly, her voice full of sincerity. "Speaking has never been easy for me, but with you, it feels simpler." "I'm glad," he said, smiling gently. "I would like very much if we could talk like this more often." "I would like that too," she whispered softly, feeling a deep happiness grow inside her. At that moment, Mia appeared quietly, a gentle reminder that it was time for Alina to return to her royal duties. Alex noticed and nodded understandingly. "I should let you go, Princess," he said gently. "But thank you again." Alina smiled softly, feeling brave enough to reply warmly, "Thank you too, Alex. Your words mean very much to me." With that, they parted ways, and Alina followed Mia back toward the palace. Her heart felt light and happy, and her shy nature seemed less heavy now. Mia gave her a knowing look, smiling gently as they walked. "Princess, you seem happier today," Mia commented softly. "I am Mia," Alina replied shyly. "Talking to Alex feels comfortable and safe." Mia nodded warmly, understanding in her eyes. "Then hold on to that feeling, Princess. It will help you find your voice." Alina spent the rest of the day carrying Mia's words in her heart. She went about her royal tasks with quiet confidence, surprising even her father with her calm and sure presence. Throughout everything, she kept thinking about Alex, his gentle eyes, kind smile, and understanding words. That evening, she sat again by her window, watching the stars begin to shine brightly in the sky. She thought deeply about the human soldier who had so gently stepped into her quiet world. Her heart felt hopeful, and she knew deep down that her shy and reserved nature would never again feel so lonely. As she prepared for bed, she quietly promised herself she would try to speak more openly, trusting in the friendship and gentle support Alex offered. With that comforting thought, she drifted peacefully to sleep, hopeful for the days to come. Princess Alina quietly sat by the large window in her room, looking down at the vast gardens below. The gardens were filled with strange plants from her planet Eloria, their colors bright under the soft sunlight. The view was beautiful, but Alina hardly noticed it today. Instead, her eyes followed a group of humans walking near the garden paths. Among them, a human soldier named Alex caught her attention. Alex had arrived with the human diplomatic team that helped keep peace between Eloria and Earth. He was tall and had short brown hair, calm blue eyes, and a gentle way of speaking that made others feel safe. Alina had noticed this many times from afar, but had never spoken directly to him. She always kept her distance, unsure of how to talk to someone so different. Alina was known among her people for being shy and reserved. Her voice was soft, her actions careful, and she often stayed quiet even during important meetings. Many Elorians admired her quiet strength, but others wished she would speak more loudly and clearly. Being reserved was not always easy, especially when important guests like the humans came to visit. "Princess?" A voice came from behind her, breaking her thoughts. She turned to see her trusted servant, Mia, smiling gently. Mia was older, wise, and had cared for Alina since she was small. "Your father wishes for you to join the diplomatic meeting today." Alina sighed softly, feeling nervous. "Must I attend?" she asked quietly, her eyes filled with worry. Mia nodded kindly. Your presence is important. It helps show the unity between our people and the humans. Alina knew Mia was. Right. Gathering her courage, she stood and walked toward the large mirror in her room. She straightened her simple but elegant blue dress, touched the small silver necklace around her neck, and tried to look confident. Taking a deep breath, she followed Mia out into the hallway toward the main hall. As they walked, Mia spoke softly, trying to calm Alina. You do not need to say much, princess. Just be yourself. Your quiet strength is more powerful than you know. Alina smiled gratefully, but still felt nervous. Soon, they reached the grand hall. It was large, bright, and filled with both Elorians and humans talking softly among themselves. At the front stood her father, King Alden, tall and proud. He noticed her arrival and gave her a warm, encouraging smile. She felt a little stronger seeing his confidence in her. The meeting began, and Alina sat quietly beside her father, listening carefully. The humans spoke about friendship, peace, and working together. She listened closely, interested in what they said, especially when Alex spoke. His calm voice seemed to bring peace to the room, making everyone listen closely. We humans wish only for friendship and understanding, Alex said. Working together, we can create a strong bond that helps both our peoples. Alina felt warmth spread in her chest hearing his sincere words. She found herself secretly wishing she could speak to him alone, learn more about his world, and understand his thoughts. The meeting ended successfully, and everyone began to move towards the dining area for a special meal. Alina slowly stood, feeling relief that the hard part was over. As she walked, lost in her thoughts, she accidentally bumped into someone. She gasped softly, looking up to see the calm, gentle eyes of Alex. I'm so sorry, Alina whispered, feeling embarrassed and looking down quickly. It's all right, princess, Alex said kindly, his voice gentle and reassuring. No harm done. She looked up again, heart racing slightly. His calm manner helped her feel at ease, though her cheeks still felt warm. Thank you, she said softly, not sure what else to say. Alex smiled gently, seeming to understand her shyness. Your gardens are very beautiful, he said, looking towards the windows nearby. I've noticed you spend much time looking at them. Alina felt surprised. You notice me? She asked quietly, surprised he had seen her at all. Of course, Alex replied. Warmly, your presence is noticeable, even from afar. Alina felt herself blush again. His words touched something deep inside her. She wanted to talk more, to say something meaningful, but the words seemed stuck. Alex seemed to understand and smiled again, gently stepping aside to let her pass. Enjoy the meal, princess, he said softly. Perhaps we can speak again soon. She nodded slightly, smiling gently in return, feeling hopeful and happier. She moved away towards the dining hall, her heart lighter than before. Throughout the meal, Alina could not stop thinking about her brief conversation with Alex. It had been simple, gentle, yet filled her heart with warmth. Mia noticed her thoughtful silence and gave her a curious look. Is everything all right, princess? Mia asked gently. Alina smiled shyly, nodding. Everything is fine, Mia. I just had a nice conversation, that's all. Mia smiled knowingly but asked. Nothing more. After dinner, Alina returned to her room, feeling both excited and nervous. She sat again by her favorite window, looking out into the night sky filled with stars. Her thoughts were filled with Alex's gentle words and kind smile. She knew that tomorrow she would again look towards the gardens, secretly hoping to see him. That night, as she drifted off to sleep, her heart felt hopeful. She did not know what would happen next, but she was ready to face it. Her quiet courage had already opened a small door, and she hoped to walk through it, slowly learning more about the human soldier named Alex.